The man blinked in fear, and his flashlight dropped to the floor, because right in front of him, a giant T-Rex skeleton was drinking water. The sound of the flashlight hitting the ground caught the dinosaur's attention. It let out a loud roar and charged toward the man. Terrified, the man dove behind the information desk. He called a coworker for help, but all he was told was to check the employee manual. He quickly picked it up, but the T-Rex had already spotted him. The first rule in the manual said, throw a bone. So the man grabbed a bone and threw it far away. The T-Rex chased after it right away. The man ran for the exit, but just as he reached the door, the T-Rex blocked his path and tossed the bone back to him, then lay down like a dog, begging to play. The man threw the bone again, but this time the running dinosaur's tail knocked him across the room. He slid down a staircase and looked around. To the left on the second floor was a mammoth, to the right a rhino and an eagle. He took off running, but after only a few steps, a group of cavemen showed up with firestones looking for him. He had no idea why, but he ran anyway. Suddenly, a giant stone statue in front of him shouted and asked for a piece of candy. Before he could react, shouting came from behind. A group of Huns were chasing him with axes. He dashed into an elevator and managed to escape. But when he got to the first floor, he found himself in the middle of the American Civil War. He ran off the battlefield and finally had a moment to breathe. That was when he saw the next line in the manual, close the lion cage. He rushed there, but the lion had already escaped. Luckily, he managed to shut the museum doors just in time. But the key had been stolen by a monkey. The man sweet-talked the monkey into coming closer. Just as he grabbed the key, the monkey bit him. He barely escaped, hoping for a break. But suddenly he saw his feet were tied down. A small figure pulled the rope, and the man fell hard to the ground. Then a group of cowboys rode in on horses and tied him up. A train came speeding toward his head, but when it hit, the train crashed while the man was completely fine. He broke free and stood up, only to see Roman soldiers covering the floor. Arrows and rocks flew toward him from all sides. Just then, the president arrived in time and pulled the man to safety. They ran into the Egyptian room. The president explained that the museum's exhibits had all come to life because of the pharaoh's golden tablet, but only at night. If anything left the museum, it would turn to dust by sunrise. At that moment, the first light of dawn shined through the building. Everything returned to its original place. And so, the man's first night in the museum finally came to an end.